It's ironic that I ran an art gallery for so long because I really don't like galleries, and I don't think that they are as effective as they could be in terms of providing a cultural service to our society. The art world is a very closed world that doesn't affect many people. I think that I'm part of a generation who's not afraid of doing many things, coming out of a generation of people who are very focused on like the idea of a major. If there's an overarching word that I would use for everything, I would say artist. I prefer to deliver messages if I can in a more mainstream way. Like other creative people that work in a lot of different mediums, everything informs everything else. That's what artists do. Like we are the storyteller people of our world, and whether you're doing a record album, a magazine, a film, or a painting, it's just really just storytelling. One of the things I love about Sam Rodia, who built the Watts Towers, was that his real motivation for building those was to make something that never existed before in the world.
Simon Rodilla, tile setter by trade, Italian-born, American for half a century, builder of defiant towers.
He worked all day long on construction sites building buildings and doing like the very tough stone carving. And then in his free time, he was building these towers. They're probably one of the most important works of sculpture in the state of California, but they're rarely visited. They're forgotten. I've always been attracted to things that are kind of secret, these beautiful things that exist outside of like the mainstream flow of energy. And the fact that it happened in Watts is completely arbitrary, which I think is really beautiful too. There were two locations that he could buy at the time, Santa Monica Boulevard and Wilshire, where the Beverly Hilton is right now, and the other was this plot of land in Watts. They were the same price. And he chose the one in Watts because it was near the train tracks. And this is where Sam Rodia found all the material that he used to make the towers. He didn't buy anything to make them. He made it all out of things that he found while wandering along these tracks. I love the Watts Towers because it's a situation where one individual took it upon himself, using money from his own pocket completely, to try to build something monumental. I believe that those who practice what we now call avant-garde, or what we used to call avant-garde, are those who are not afraid to push. And maybe the avant-garde are not always the most successful. The avant-garde are not the most well-known, but they are those who are not afraid to try something different. Sam Rodia was one of those people. He was willing to be called crazy for 35 years, every single day. But he had a vision and he had an idea, and he made it happen. And it's a great testament to the power of creativity and the power of human beings to make something happen. And so I think if I have a certain definition or why of the avant-garde, it's somebody who's not afraid to make a dream come true.